Good day, everyone. What I'm doing here is a really awesome banishing, and although the term banishing sounds really negative, it can actually be good. You could banish, for example, smoking in your life or out of your life. You can banish bad, sugary, fatty foods out of your life. You can banish evil, negative forces out of your life. There's any number of things that you can banish out of your life. So what I'm actually going to be doing here is I'm going to be working on something for a client as far as the banishing is concerned, and this is actually has to deal with people. And the bottom line is if you don't want a person in your life and they don't get it figured out on their own, there are alternative ways of helping them to figure it out. We'll give them a little nudge. So I've got my cauldron going, as you can see. I've already invoked Hecate, because as many of you already know, the way I feel about Hecate and how she works, I don't have to ask her specifically for something to be done. She will do far worse than I can ever imagine. And I feel like my association with her and my relationship with her is I communicate with her when things are going great, and then I communicate with her when things are not so great. So I don't feel the least bit worried that I'm asking her to assist in any of these matters. I've also called in a few other entities, but the herbs that I'm going to be using today as far as a banishment are concerned, the first one is going to be roses. And I've got my roses right here. I'm going to be mixing them up here. But rose, of course, has very strong vibrations. And it represents manifestation. It aids in manifestation. So I've already put some Hydron oil in my hands. I charge my herb strictly for banishment. And the next one that I'm going to be using is cat's claw. And that's exactly what it is. It's cat's claw, and to me that's what it represents. It will give you a good swap if you don't want something or someone near you. And it works just like it sounds. It's cat's claw. And the next one I have, and it's a very strong herb, and it banishes demons. And it's a great, which is wormwood. Wormwood. And it's a very strong banishing herb. And I'm going to use three good pinches of it. Wormwood is such a delight to work with. The next one that I'm going to work with is mullein, which is what I have here. It's very fluffy. It's a very fluffy thing. It's a good, healthy serving of mullein. And mullein, it dispels all evil spirits. And Mullen will get rid of people in your life. Make no mistake about it, Mullen will do the job. And I have here a little bit of licorice root, and I use that as, let's see, how can I put this politely? I use licorice root like if I had a cane or a stick, something going, no, 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 no. That's licorice root. That's my best description that I can give you. Not no, but no. And I've got some cloves here. I'm going to be using the cloves in here, but I'm also going to be using the cloves in my poppets. We're going to be doing just a wee bit of poppet work too. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll put the cloves over here so I won't forget. I certainly don't want to forget my cloves. Get some of this out of the way. And what I've done, and thankfully you can't see this, I've put this person's name on this piece of paper, and I'm going to fold it 3 times away from me. And again, it's got just a very little bit of St. John's oil on it. And I will be burning some of this. I'm giving this an offering to the God and the Goddess. Aid me in what we want. Our ask is just and right. Give us everything that we ask. I call up the elements to help me now. I invoke my energy into this spell to banish this person from life. I invoke the power of this video to bring to you exactly what you need to banish from your life. And I've already made my poppets up here. And what I use is a little bit of copal or copal, however you want to pronounce it. That's going to be their heart. I've already worked on this copal. This is going right into their hearts. I invoke thee. Let this person stay out of your life. Keep them away from the spirit of this person is now. I invoke thee. Keep out of life I implore you to help us. We are right and just in our ask. Focus on your intention to banish this person out of your life. Whether you want to banish your smoking, a person, or a situation. And in our case, this person is banished, and I'm going to name them out of their life. I invoke the God and the Goddess to help us in our plea. We are right and just in our cause. I invoke thee, Ukobuk, to go into these people's lives, to cause mayhem, give destruction, confuse them, irritate them, and give them a little bit of heat. Keep them out of life. And so now I'm going to put them in the herbs, just briefly. This one particular person's name and my petition, my client's petition, is on this piece of paper. I've put all of my intention, all of my energy into this. So as soon as this petition burns, and it's going to burn completely, what I'm going to do is, and I know you guys have seen my little handy dandy coffin box, but this one particular person that we're going to address today, and hopefully they will listen to the warning signs if they're smart enough. We hope so. Maybe. I don't know. We'll just see. But as you know, cloves stop gossips and shuts mouths. So we are putting some cloves into this puppet. We've already given them a black heart. There's one. And I'm going to do these just for good measure, simply because they didn't listen to me the first time. I think, though, that they are under control. But, hey, you know, let's have a little bit of fun. Give them something to think about. They'll say, what in the world is going on with me? I don't understand. Well, they're smart. They'll start to understand. And knowing Ukobuk the way I know him, he will make a little appearance and probably scare the stew out of a few people. That'll be funny. So what I've got here, I have some graveyard dirt. Now this graveyard dirt, I have not used it before. Again, it's for a specific spell. It's for only one spell, and we've already been over that. Been there, done that. But this graveyard dirt is from a gentleman who, in life, and my client will understand this, who in life had someone, and this is well documented, this is no secret, this is very well documented, had someone bother him, pester him, bother him, pester him. Well, he gave the man, there's two men, he gave the man a warning, said, you know, I don't know exactly what it was said, but basically, I can imagine he said, you know, this is over, this is done, I've explained myself, and that was that, right? Well, clearly to this other man, he still had he felt like he had an issue and a beef with this particular man, the particular man whose grave I took this from. Well, they met at the train station near this gentleman's store in downtown. And the man, again, started with his BS, you know, wouldn't let it go, kept pestering the man, probably went around and saying bad things about him to other people. Again, gossip, gossip, gossip. That's going to get you in trouble every time. Your mouth will get you in trouble every time. But so the man whose graveyard dirt I have killed him. Bottom line, killed him. He went to trial and was found not guilty. So I can feel safe to say that this gentleman knows and fully understands what it's like to have people not leave you alone. So this is going to work. We're going to put a little bit in this coffin here. Put this man's spirit here. And I can see this man's face in my eyes. I've seen his picture. I know what he looks like. I know how the situation went. And these people are going right along. We're going to get a little bit more here. And it doesn't necessarily mean death to these people. So I don't want anyone to get all upset or anything. Doesn't necessarily mean that these people are going to die. It does mean that this person's spirit is going to deal with the people who just don't get it, who just don't get leaving other people alone. Okay? And I'm going to be working these poppets as long as I can. And I try to work with the lunar cycle. And I know how I'm addressing them now. I may address them differently when the lunar cycle changes. But rest assured, these are going to get worked, okay? So there's no worries there. And that, I will say, this spell is complete. So mote it be.